And as you can see, the new exhaust is on the bike. I just installed it, literally just finished. Did a few other things too. Put the new chain, the second new chain on, and it fits much better. Put some engine case covers on here. I modified the front sprocket cover. So that it still acts as a cover, but you can still, but I wanted to be able to see the front sprocket. I didn't want to put it back on just because I liked the mechanical look of seeing the front sprocket. But unfortunately the overflow hoses for the fuel tank run in very close proximity to it. So I decided to just mod it, just cut out the center. So it still acts like a cover and it protects those hoses, and it still gives it kind of a cool look. I like it. If it's not your thing, you know, whatever. Went ahead and got the airbags in, the gas tank back on, the new velocity stacks are on. Got the new grips on. I haven't put the bar or the lever guards on yet. I will do that in a minute. I got excited after putting the exhaust on because I want to fire it up. And that's what we're about to do. So I do need to dump in a little bit of distilled water because there is no coolant in this thing. So 1 second. All right, she's all filled up with some distilled water. I'm gonna give you another quick look at the other side of the exhaust and kind of where it comes out. So it comes out just underneath the rear set there. There's gonna be a plate that covers that area too. And once I get all the plastics back on it, I'll show you that. But I won't put the plastics back on until I get back from the tuner, which hopefully I can get in there next week. I don't know, they're pretty busy, so we'll see. But anyways, here we go. Let's fire it off. Oh, that's not good. Never mind, let's not fire it off. I got a fucking fuel leak. All right, let's fix that. Okay, gas leak's fixed. I just forgot to hook up the primary line underneath the tank. Anyways, so while I was waiting for the fuel to evaporate, I went ahead and installed the lever guards too. So driven lever guards, you can get custom writing on them. The JDM is not Honda JDM, that's actually my initials. It just so happens to be that I'm a Honda guy and it's the same. So I get a lot of comments about that on my other bike. They're like, oh, you put JDM on your bike because of Honda? I was like, no, that's actually my initials. So anyways, that's how the clutch side looks. And same on the throttle side. Also, since my last video, I went ahead and installed the Motion Pro Rev 3 quick throttle, and I have the road racing cam in here, which is, it's a progressive cam, so it opens much like a stock bike would open. I got to adjust the play in it. It's still got some free play, but it's a progressive reduction to full throttle. So this is, okay, so that's free play. That's where the cable engages. That's full throttle. Free play, full throttle. Free play, full. So it's about a quarter of a turn the way I have it right now to full throttle. I may adjust that a little bit because that seems like it's probably going to be pretty aggressive, but I won't know until I ride it. So, but we should be good to fire it up now. So we're going to give her a crack. Let's see. Cool. We got prime. We're in neutral. We're going to get an FI light. Oh, I'm hearing some sparking. What's going on?
Oh, it's leaking.
Oh, it's, huh?
It's leaking.
Oh, we are getting a little bit of a leak. What the flip? Oh, Fucking one of my injectors is leaking. So you can see right there, fuel injector leaking. So I gotta fix that. So we'll be back. All right, so this is our injector. If you look, it looks, this freaking thing. So it's not plugged. It's definitely just pouring out. So after further inspection, looky, there's our problem. We got a torn O-ring. So I'm trying to get this thing in the light so you can, the camera wants to focus on everything but that. Sorry. Take some of the zoom out of it, maybe that'll help. Yeah. Yeah, you can see right there. So I'm gonna see if I got an O-ring somewhere that'll work, and we'll try it again. All right, thank you, Lowe's. Went there and they had this O-ring kit, and fortunate for me, one of them seems to have fit. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace all of these because if one was bad, there's a high likelihood that some of the others are bad. And if that were to happen while I'm riding and that thing just starts spraying fuel all everywhere, well, you can assume what would happen. More than likely the bike would just catch fire and it would not be a fun time. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace them all. All right, this is the second one I pulled off, and you can see the O-ring is just about to break on this one. So pretty good idea that I checked them. So the other two that I pulled, they all look pretty good. That one's pretty good. So there was two of them that did not look so hot. So I'm gonna replace the other ring on this one, and then we'll go ahead and see what happens. Stay tuned. Okay, we finally got our fuel injection problem fixed. I went ahead and replaced all of the O-rings on all of the injectors because when I was putting one of them on and gotten it all buttoned back up, it ripped another one. So I just said, you know what, I'm just replacing all of them. So I did a test up and seemed to be fine. So we're gonna fire it off. So here we go, good prime. That sounds pretty damn good.
Pretty loud.
So you can see it's got that code light, and that's because the old exhaust is off and the O2 sensor is off. So when I tune it, that will be taken care of. That's why it's searching right now for an RPM range. You can hear it going up and down in the RPM is because the O2 sensor is not reading correctly and it's getting fuel, so it's probably running a bit rich right now. But when we go to the tuner, it'll clear all that up. Yeah, I like it. So for the rest of tonight, I went ahead and put on the Undertale kit, and I went ahead and went with the one that came with the exhaust. So it basically covers all of the plastic that would normally be showing under there from the exhaust. I got the integrated tail light. I also put a couple blinkers on here, just low key, but they're super bright, just because sometimes it can be hard to tell with an integrated tail light if you're far away or whatever, which direction it's going. I don't know what I'm gonna do with those holes back there just yet. I think I'm gonna go to Lowe's and look for some plugs or something. See if I can't fill those in. I think it was supposed to be for like the stock taillight or something. As you can see, these fairings are quite faded in the back. That orange, that's a OEM rear cowl. So look how faded that is. So I'll be on the hunt for some OEM fairings. But these will do the trick for now. I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, this is primarily going to be my track bike, but I like how the tail turned out without having that exhaust under there. Gives it a nice clean look. Yeah. So anyways, that's where we're at. Exhaust is on. Undertail's on. I gotta tear apart those forks still. I'm gonna try to get it to the tuner next week or next weekend. We'll see. So all that's left is rebuild those forks and then put the calipers back on, bleed the brakes. I finished bleeding or flushing out the coolant and refilled the coolant today. And all I have left to do for fluids is brake fluid and oil. Finished wiring up the blinkers and tail lights. That's why all this is like this. I just wanted to see what it was going to look like after I put everything on. I got to figure out. I got to get some extensions for these wires. They're pretty short from whoever wired it up before, and it was kind of a fuck show. So I'm going to take this all off and do it right so it looks good. Yeah, that's about it. So we're pretty close. I think by next weekend, if I can get a tuner spot, then we'll be ready to go. See how she runs. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. Ride safe.